Jimmie Menezes here. I'm at Stockton Con Winter with Mela Lee. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful.
Now, you are a very well-noted voiceover actress. How did you get wrapped up in such a crazy world?
I took a class and I got discovered.
You just took a class and got discovered, just easy peasy, just like that.
It definitely wasn't easy peasy, but it took me about 20 years to be an overnight sensation.
Well, they say that's how long it takes.
Yeah, no, okay. But I'm kind of knee-deep in my dreams right now, so I'm very grateful to the fans and everybody for supporting all of the things that I do.
Right on. Well, I just watched the panel down there with you, and you had talked about basically how you're just basically a regular Joe Schmo, and you basically just decided, I'm going to do this, and you're doing it.
Yeah.
I was somebody I'm the patron saint of unlikely chances, right? So I was a banker and I took a few voice acting classes, and the next thing I know, I'm like living the life of my dreams.
Yeah.
Is it just a matter of thinking about it and doing it?
I think the secret to success is inspired action. So I think you do think about it and you're inspired and you find your passion and just take baby steps each day towards your dreams. They all add up.
The whole, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life kind of a thing?
Oh my gosh, definitely applies to this job.
Now, so you do so many different voices, and down in the panel, you had specifically stated that you wanted to do more because you first started doing, like, I guess, child voices, and like they wanted you to be so
adorable and
right, and like
right.
all and stuff. Like, at what point did you decide to just say the heck with all that, and I'm gonna be?
I get to do everything. I mean, I like it all. I play Tiki in Miraculous Ladybug, and she's adorable. Jade in Mortal Kombat. Reen Tosaka. So it's like all the different ages. And Lifeline from Apex Legends. So I think part of my career is that I get to celebrate all of the aspects of me and not have to live in a box.
You know who Gibby Haynes is? He's the singer of this band called the Butthole Surfers. And
oh, yes.
They used to have all kinds of effects on their voices, and he said one of the reasons why is because it gave him a chance to express all the voices in his head.
Yes.
Is there a truth to that with you?
I think so. I think there's all different parts of my personality. Like Tiki's very encouraging. Lifeline's got your back. There's like sass to her. Jade is business. She's a goddess, right? And I think that we're not all of those things all of the time. And the wonderful thing about being an artist is you get to magnify parts of you that create a beautiful whole.
And I was going to touch on the next question downstairs. You were talking about in the panel that you should never mask who you are, that you have so many different ethnicities that you never felt like you were enough of one or enough of another. But then when it came time to be characters, you had 4 different palettes to paint from.
Yes.
At what point does that become your greatest strength?
I think it's all of our greatest strength. I mean, there's so many people that think they're not part of the diversity question, and because they think it may be skin color or something that's much smaller. But I think we're all diverse. You know, men come in all different shapes and sizes. Women come in all different shapes and sizes. Americans are already very diverse. And I think that, you know, our heritage can inform who we are, but there is this magic of creation when we are our unique individual selves. Not everyone from Italy or Trinidad or America is the same. And I think the diversity question starts to apply to cultural diversity. You know, so you can be part of a culture of gaming, a culture from a country, and so it's not about just what you look like. It's about who you really are. Right,
and it's like an event like this, there's like a wide diaspora of nerd culture, I guess you want to call it. Where and it's just interesting to see because one of the secrets to the state of longevity is to do events like this and get up close and personal with the fans and let them know that, hey, I'm a person too.
I think so, yeah.
When you make these connections with people with these things, like what's the one thing that stands out to you as not only an actress but as a person?
I remember being 7 and feeling like I wasn't drawn right. You know, you start about that age, you start getting chosen or not chosen for sports teams, or you start to, the fruit of comparison is bitter, right? And we start to compare ourselves. And the beauty of a convention like this is, I think it touches all of us in that deep in your heart place as a child, and you realize that anything is still possible. You know, we do a lot of reverse engineering because, you know, from 7 to maybe 27, we're taught about what's not possible. You're not tall enough, you're not pretty enough, you should be smarter, it's supposed to look like this. And we're living in a day and time where anything's possible, you know, and I'm really moved by the acceptance that we have in the geek community. and the kindness and the awareness of the need to support each other. Gaming, it's a perfect example where we get to squad up and we all have different strengths, but we all need them together so that we can win.
I understand what you're saying there, because I'm a stand-up comedian in my other thing.
Okay.
And you pretty much just hit it on the head when you say, like, you got to, like, make everything about you and take everything and then just present the things that are unique to yourself. And the only people as a comedian that ever told me I wasn't going to make it were the people who haven't made it.
Right.
And it's interesting because you're here in a room full of people who have made it. And we've talked to people a lot, and you seem like you've come from more to...
Yeah. I mean, to all the free lunch kids out there.
Right.
Yeah, I used to love Roald Dahl stories where it's sort of the underdog, the child that's maybe had a difficult childhood or doesn't have a lot, but you get beautiful magic in the end. And I think we're all that. And I would just encourage anyone that has a dream that hasn't happened yet. The math of the universe is perfect. And sometimes we have longer equations. They take a little longer to figure out.
Complex math, everybody. I'm not a parabola, I'm a this. Right? Is what you're getting at? Something
Geek
about...
Squad all day, right?
Well, thank you so much for spending time with us. I really appreciate it. Mela Lee, everybody. Jimmie Menezes.